Dear Diary, everything is still quite peachy on Earth. I've been doing such a fantastic job, I've been promoted from making single stars to entire constellations. And let me tell you, this is no willy-nilly roll-up whatever kind of job. You have to be specific. It takes a certain amount of skill. Take for instance Corona Borealis. In order to make this crown-shaped constellation, you have to roll up, what else? Crowns. And that works for all the constellations. You collect crabs for Cancer, swans for Cygnus, twins for Gemini, fish for Pisces, and young maidens for Virgo. Although, Virgo weirded me out a little bit. I mean, collecting women wasn't a problem, but then the king started spatting about how he could smell the maidens. Their scent was everywhere, filling the cosmic space. Look, I'm no detective, but saying things like that makes you look like a serial killer. So I'm gonna need you to bring it down from that 15 to about an 8. Just dial it down a bit. Other than that, making the constellations was pretty fun. It was like an Easter egg hunt since I was actually looking for certain items to roll up. And everything was cool, and I was laughing and having a good time and listening to the music. And then the king was like, hey, go make Ursa Major. I'll give you 10 minutes. But instead of rolling up a bunch of bears, just roll up the biggest bear. And I got to the level and my entire mood was ruined. Let me tell you about this bear level. So these motherfuckers filled an entire level with just bears. Bears everywhere. Big bears walking around with fish in their mouths, little bear statues all over the ground, bears attached to balloons, fucking bears driving cars, and I'm expected to somehow get my Katamari big enough to roll the biggest bear without touching any of these other little bears. Because if you do, the level is over. Diary, just so you can understand my emotions here, let me give you another example. Your Katamari can be the size of a car, but if you roll up a bear-shaped paperclip, stick a fork in it, cause you're goddamn done. I barely made it through. And when I thought it was over, it wasn't over. I had to do the exact same thing for Taurus, but with cows. Wow, developers, what a fucktacular level design. You know what? Taurus doesn't even look like a bull. It looks like some shitty bug that a kindergartner drew. And that goes for all the constellations. It's always like 4 dots in the sky, and someone's like, oh, it looks like a centaur. No, it doesn't. It only looks like that because someone put a really detailed drawing behind the stars. So screw these 2 levels, I'm making the moon. Shit, yes. This is what I've been training for the entire game. I start out small, around 1 meter, but soon I'm busy rolling through the streets, pushing around businessmen and smashing anyone's hopes of escaping on a hot air balloon. Soon I'm up to bigger streets in bigger cities. And then I find myself in the industrial part of town. At this point, I'm starting to really wreck shit, and I think people may have started to notice. I reached my size goal, but I'm not stopping, not until everything is gone. I've picked up all the man-made structures, and now I'm just sucking up land masses, whirlpools, rainbows, and clouds, until I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore. And then, the heavens themselves open and angels appear and begin to circle in celestial celebration because I did it. I made the moon. And the king came down and gawked at its exceptional supple size as he raised it into space, declaring the night sky complete. And I was complete, as I had finally gained my father's approval, because this wasn't about recreating the cosmos. It was about earning my father's respect. And that's something we can all understand. I'm assuming. I don't really have a father, so it doesn't really apply to me, but I understand the concept. Hey, look over there! Colorful in-game dancing! So, Diary, are you wondering what happened to everyone that got rolled up? Well, not to worry. Everyone seemed to have survived the, relocation, and are now living out really weird lives on pieces of earth junk under the ever-watchful eyes of their new overlord, and everything was alright. Yes! Even though this game follows a semi-depressing core story, and minus the Ursa Major and Taurus debacle, I had a really great time, Diary. There's just something so satisfying about smushing all material objects into a ball and then releasing it into space. It's like letting your worries and problems go. And how cool are these credits? Too cool! I get to learn a little geography while I'm at it. Is that your country? Well, I just sucked it up. Everything and everyone you know and love is gone in the blink of an eye. 2 thumbs up, would play again. And as for the little family we met earlier, they're fine. They're just on a permanent lunar family vacation with their matching yellow outfits. I hope you packed air in that suitcase, Mama, because I don't see an atmosphere up here. And that's it. Until next time, Diary, your friend, Brittany Saturn. This video is dedicated to my 4th grade teacher. The moon is not a star. Go fuck yourself.